Welcome to Talk Birdie to Me with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn and Tour Pro Mark Allen, live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our great partners, Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie to Me. Driving a BMW is like hitting the perfect shot. Smooth, controlled and powerful. Titleist, the clear number one ball in golf. FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Better, when the greats bet, they bet with Better. Ping will help you play your best. And the Golf Clearance Outlet, who beat everyone's prices. Now, here's Nick and Mark.
G'day everybody, welcome to the program. It is Australian Open week, but Nick, I want to talk about the BMW Australian PGA because it's one thing for someone playing in their very first tournament as a European Tour member or a DP Tour member, but it's another one to get off to a good start and get a lead, and then to put a tournament away, and that's what Puig did.
Yeah, he certainly did. He'd actually played a few DP World Tour events this past year and done well in them, and I think he had some sort of affiliate membership. I was trying to check because now that he is an official member, he has to judge the live DP World Tour fine situation, which is a whole.
What's the story? I still don't get it. So many live players are playing in DP World Tour events. I didn't think that was. I think obviously you can.
Yeah, I think you can, but there's some. I think basically I was trying to find some information before. It's something about you can request a release to play opposing events.
Right.
So if Live and DP are on at the same time.
Yeah.
So if you're a member of the DP World Tour, but you're also playing Live, well, you got to go play Live because you can contractually obliged. Right. So you can ask for a release from the DP World Tour. But it's up to them whether they grant it or not.
But I imagine you get a release if, like, for instance, when Wade Ormsby was a reserve,
sure,
and wasn't getting a game, then he could say, "Hey guys, could I get a release and go and play in this DP World Tour event?" And they go, "Yeah, no worries, you're not playing this week."
Well, I think with the Live guys, the alternates, they got to be on site because if someone pulls out after two rounds,
yeah, that's right.
If someone pulls out before the last round, they go in. So it's not like if you're teeing it up straight away. So anyway, back to Puig.
Yes.
His performance was a touch class, basically. Yeah. I mean, we can say it early.
Well, he's going to feature.
He may feature in that. But the way he did it was so impressive. I think he was in the final group with Gouveia and Kabori.
Yep.
And the chasing group, actually, no, Kabori wasn't in the final group. Quail. It was Quail. That's with Stevie Williams on the bag. So good to see Stevie Williams back out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
I was sad for Quail making the double early.
Yeah.
It spooked him. He made another double along the way.
Yeah, he hit the
and
quick
that was
hook.
it for the week.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But anyway. But birdies early, no bogeys all day, hit some stunning iron shots into greens, which we'll talk about a bit later, drove the ball beautifully. His swing was actually quite interesting. He's got an old school setup, like the shoulders are hunched. You don't see that anymore. No, everyone's got a very straight, very rigid back, and he's old school. And I liked it that way. And his swing was a modern swing because it's so much side bend. It's just incredible the power he had.
Old school setup, but modern
day swing.
Yeah, it was a nice combination.
And he launched into it. But his short game, typical Spaniard. They all have great short games. Putted beautifully when he needed to. He had a bit of I thought on the 16th hole, he had a 5-footer up the hill, left to right into the grain. I thought, this is one you don't want. Bang. I thought, okay, it's over.
He's done it.
And he was done.
He was done. Just a couple of notes from sitting on the couch watching.
Sure.
Jeff Ogilvy.
Yes.
Plays no tournament golf and was in it up to his eyeballs with one round to play. Didn't play so well on the last day, but bad. Still an amazing effort. Mark Leishman is still a very handy player.
It's his third in a row. He just can't get off the thirds.
And he should feature this week at Royal Melbourne, just with his knowledge and ability and low ball, high ball, fades. I think that just all plays into what Royal Melbourne will do for him.
Sets up perfect.
For him. And the putting, I think he just, I think he played pennant for Commonwealth, but Commonwealth was playing, he just gets the fast greens and the Melbourne weather and all the rest. I thought, can I say this? Am I allowed just a little toke on the commentary situation last week?
You can do whatever you want, mate.
I love you and Ellie. I love Ewan and Gowie. I love you guys. I think you're knowledgeable and just fantastic. But I want to hear more from Gowie. and Ewan Porter.
Yeah.
I want them to set shots up. I just felt like every time they got a look in, the ball was in the air, and all they could do with their 5 seconds was kind of say where they thought the ball was going. Yeah. And quite often, the ball, well, it's because you can't, when you got the mic on the fairway, you're not allowed to stand right behind them because you put them off. So you have a look at the lie, you hightail it forward, you're in the ropes with the people, spectators, and you're doing your best from there with your 5 seconds. I just think they've got that wrong, Nick. I know you can't do anything, so you shut up. But whoever is running the commentary, what the hell are you doing? Give those boys a chance to set up the shot. And then you and Ellie, with your experience, you give special comments.
Sure. Yeah. In their defence.
Sorry.
No,
I
it's
don't
okay.
want to put you, I've done that without telling you.
As you know, there's very little time, and there's so many different shots and angles going on. It'd be actually interesting. I might even film some stuff this week of the production
yes, please,
trucks
show people.
And what actually goes on behind the scenes, because
it's huge.
It is chaos. I mean, it is absolute pandemonium what goes on. Plus, we've got two or three at times different voices in our ears as we're commentating, which is always fun because you're listening while you're speaking. That's one of the arts of it.
How their name pronunciations go.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff is always great. Oh, brilliant. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And, there's a lot to it. And I know what you're saying, but I thought the team did a great job last week.
No, very watchable tournament, but I think you can squeeze some more for what's going on.
Sure.
Who's in charge? What's his name?
Michael O'Dwyer, Mod.
Great
bloke.
Mate, give those people on the course. They're the stars of the show. Let them set shots up. It's very important for the people
Mod's
at home.
doing a great job.
You have to say that.
No, I don't. He is.
I get it.
It was a great week. It really was.
I get it. I agree. And it was a fabulous tournament to watch. Now, this podcast,
yes,
we have a lot to say with top 100 lists.
All right, good.
But
we got another one.
A proper one came out this week. Okay. So all the others have been garbage. Everyone's we've seen.
Let me see if I can get it up here now.
Garbage because of different bits and pieces.
You sent me the link earlier. Let me have a look.
But finally, now this is just the golf.com.
Okay, yeah.
Is that right? The golf.com? Let me just make sure that's correct.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I got it now. Yep.
Golf's top 100 courses and the panellists. And in this one, it tells you who the panellists are.
Oh, really? Them.
Oh, okay. Heaven forbid.
Oh, gosh.
We tell who the panellists are. So
actually, remember the other one that had the controversy? They did say they were going to publish panelist names at some point.
Yeah, well,
I might log on and check and see if they have.
We stitched them. That's why they have to. Otherwise, it is a joke. But
okay, the first few are no surprises.
No surprises at all. Pine Valley, Cypress Point, St Andrews, the old course at number 3.
Yep. Where's Royal Melbourne
they
West? Number 7. That
Royal
hasn't
Melbourne
moved.
West, number 7. Now, I want to ask you, all right, because I sail. If Royal Melbourne Composite was a part of this list, where would it be? Because it's so much better than the West course.
Well, I'd say it's in the top 3.
Yep.
At worst. Now, I haven't played Pine Valley, so I can't tell you much about that.
Yep.
One of the criteria for me, and remember I think we're going to do it at some stage about how we talk about how we rate golf courses, is can everyone play it?
Yeah, that's right.
Pine Valley, from what I hear, not everyone can play it.
Not everyone can play that one, but it does a lot of other things.
It does. Ticks a lot of other boxes.
Ticks a lot of other boxes.
So would it be number 1? I don't know. It'd be an opinion. Cypress is number 2. That's one of my favourites. I'd almost have a tie between Cypress, Royal Melbourne, and probably the old course.
Yep.
I haven't played Pine Valley, so I don't know.
Nor have I, but everyone who goes there can't get over Pine Valley. So that being 1 or 2 doesn't bother me. Cypress and Royal Melbourne Composite, I have level pegging. It's just the views that get Cypress past Royal Melbourne Composite.
Yeah, I get it.
I would have Royal Melbourne Composite in front of St Andrews. That's just
fair
my
enough.
personal opinion. I haven't played at Royal County Down. I haven't even been to Ireland. But the people I trust who have been to Royal County Down, I always, the yardstick for me is Royal Melbourne Composite. Not many people say Royal County Down is better than the Composite. So I would have Royal Melbourne Composite ahead of County Down. I haven't played Shinnecock Hills.
Okay.
Have you played
Shinnecock
Hills?
No, I haven't.
Everyone loves it. The National Golf Links.
I'm just looking down trying to see where, Tar 80 moved up 1 to 19.
Yeah.
Where's Kingston Heath?
So I think Royal Melbourne Composite's in the top 3. Where is Kingston Heath?
24, down 2.
Down 2.
Oh, I think
Down
the
to
rakes must have cost you a couple of spots.
Yeah, You don't understand the trouble you've just got. You don't understand.
Did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You did. At least it's in the top 25. But,
It is. It's top 25.
We'd want to fix the situation.
Riviera
so it
26.
stays in the
See,
top 25.
I don't agree with that. Riviera 26. But anyway, that's
Yeah, Riviera. Where would you have it?
mainly because
Is
it's the top 50, but
it's a top 50,
yeah,
but not
anyway.
26. I agree with that. Now, let's have a look for some of the other Australian courses, because one course
I'm scrolling.
that made a huge lift, up
Ooh.
18.
Oh, look at that.
New South Wales Golf Club,
Yes.
up 18. Now, who's just done the redo? It was Mackenzie
And Ebert.
And Ebert. So, after their renovation, holy dolly.
Well, I just spoke to a mate of mine, Tony Buffler, who
Buff.
you know Buff. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
member there, and he just sent me a text because I wanted to make sure it was Mackenzie and Ebert.
Yes.
Because I don't trust your grok anymore. I know you're big grokking it.
I've upgraded.
Very wise.
I've upgraded.
Very
I'm now on
wise, Nick.
Yeah.
I was on Super Grok, now I'm on Super Duper Grok.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, he says yes, Mackenzie and Ebert, and his comments after it were, it's brilliant and getting better all the time.
There you go.
Ooh,
There you go.
it may continue to move up.
So, look, this shows you, if you get somebody who knows what they're doing, renovating a golf course,
Okay.
you can get amazing results. And New South Wales Golf Club, bravo, to get back in the top 50 in the world.
Another big mover. I've never heard of it. No, I have heard of it, but I've just never played there. Shanken Bay.
Yeah.
I'm
I've
not
only
sure about
seen
that.
photos.
It's up 31 spots to 64.
Yeah, it's a newie. It's a newie. I've seen photos. Looks good, but yeah,
Okay.
it's on the list to play. that's for
TRI
sure.
up 6 to 79.
TRI.
Yeah.
Where was Tara?
That's south, by the way. 19.
19.
Tara.
Okay, yeah, well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, Royal Melbourne East, 82, up 10 spots.
See, I've got Royal Melbourne East in the top 100,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's about right for me.
Okay.
That's me.
Where are we? Victoria, 93,
Gee, that's
up
low.
3 spots.
Victoria low
Mm.
at 93. And what
No.
was it? What's it number 100, Nick?
Hang on. TRI North is 98.
Jeez, okay.
100. Cape Wickham.
Australia's number one golf course is at 100, according to
Oh.
a very disappointing top 100 list.
Okay.
So I think they've pretty much got it right. I mean, I'm not arguing. I'm not going to war with anything there. Where was Pebble Beach?
Ooh,
It's always a controversial
Yeah, I know. I know some people don't. Where are
Cape
we?
Kidnappers at 65 still gets in there from
Pebble.
our friends in New Zealand.
Pebbles 15.
Pebble's at 15. Where would you have Pebble?
Probably around, the 20 mark,
Yeah,
25,
I'd have it
something
25.
like that.
Yeah, I'd have it 25.
Yep.
I'd have Kingston Heath in front of Pebble Beach.
Yes, so would I.
Yeah, but nothing's 50 out. Well, nothing's in there that's just St
Reasonable.
Andrews Beachish. What the hell is it doing in there? sort of stuff.
I wonder where that came, in the entire list, because they go out to 200, 300, don't they? I don't know. So anyway. All right.
Anyway, so well done to everybody who's got a little improvement. If you've managed to stay in those spots to the golf courses, New South Wales in particular, congratulations to get back into the top 50 in the world. I think that is a stunning achievement.
Yeah.
Well done. Because quite often when courses fall, they don't get back up.
No,
Quite often.
no, that's true.
Yeah. So courses like, for instance, Metropolitan, it's fallen out of the top 100. Very hard now to get back into top 100. So to see.
I'm wondering if PK North or South may make an appearance somewhere.
God,
I mean,
that's
that's probably the only one for me. And well, hang on, Royal Adelaide.
Hey,
That would be another one.
Hey, I played Royal Adelaide
All right.
last week. I forgot. I didn't
Okay.
put it on the sheet. I sent you some photos of Royal Adelaide.
Oh.
My God.
Dan must have them.
You know what Royal Adelaide is?
Mm.
It's a national treasure.
Yeah, it's a great track.
It is a fabulous place. I played with two blokes I played with my friend, Mark Schroeder, and two fellas put their names down, Andrew and also Clyde. Two better blokes we could never have.
So you didn't know him?
Didn't know them.
No.
Clyde's on the first tee, said,
Yep.
love the podcast. My wife and I watch it all the time, which is we
brilliant.
were off to a good start. Clyde, by the way,
What-
6 months ago, he's 70 years old and he was playing off 3.
What was your handicap, by the way?
I was playing off 1.
So you
And
got him.
I had 38 points.
Oh,
I had
under
38.
par.
Under
Well
par,
done.
first time for a while.
Well
These are
done.
the blokes
Well
you played
done.
with here, yeah?
So that's Clyde.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's Clyde. And then, like I said, 6 months ago, he was playing off 3, which was his lowest ever handicap at the age of 70.
Wow.
And then Andrew
that's good.
on the left there, just a fabulous fella.
Brilliant.
And there's my friend Mark Schroeder. You know, he's not that good a bloke, really. But we had a great time.
Very good.
And honestly,
Course was good.
well, see, I've got Royal Adelaide.
Mm.
I've got Royal Adelaide in our top 6 or 7 golf courses in the country.
Oh, I agree.
Righto, the new 17th after the old abomination. Tom Doak has done a great job. Green runs from front to back, and I think the Royal Adelaide members are going to be very happy.
The other course there in Adelaide, which is going to host the Australian Women's Open, which is unbelievable, is Kooyonga. I love Kooyonga.
Oh yeah, Kooyonga.
Brilliant track.
It's hard. It's actually a very hard golf course.
Tricky.
Very tight, tricky golf course.
I'm going to be
Kooyonga.
fascinated to see how the women play that, because you're going to have to work your ball, and they can't get the greens too hard there, because I mean, even for the men, they can't stop them on the greens. So it's going to be very interesting.
I love the 17th hole at Kooyonga. Over, if you play it from the back tees.
Yes.
When there's a tournament on, because the grandstands around.
I thought you were going
18.
to say a different hole where you had your hole in one. So.
No, that still haunts me. That's stupid.
I know.
That rotten hole.
All right.
Anyway, Kooyonga. Anyways, but what was I saying?
Royal Adelaide.
Royal Adelaide. Just honestly, folks, put it on the list. If you've never played Royal Adelaide, go there. And it does everything that other golf courses don't do, which is encourage pine tree growth. Train line next to the clubhouse. Practice putting green, 18th, and back to the tee. Ooh, pine trees, goodness no. Unreal. The whole joint's full of pines. Congratulations. Tom Doak's doing the redo. They've just fixed up the 17th, which was a pain in the bum for a long time, the 17th. But Tom Doak's built a par 5 green that runs front to back.
Okay.
It's really clever.
All right.
So simple.
Sounds
Well
good.
done.
Mark, last week on the show, I think it was last week, you said, I don't think a direct quote is something along the lines of, right now I am playing so bad.
That's right.
How'd you play at Royal Adelaide?
Yeah, I played okay, actually.
38
The ball
points.
Okay. 38 points off a handicap of 1.
So you should be back to scratch, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the Cathedral Invitational coming up,
Have you been
and
practicing?
I have not.
This
I
is
did
a
hit
must watch. This is a must
Oh,
watch.
it's going to be. It's funny. Gowie, who was on the course
Yeah.
of the commentary last week, he took his clubs with him
Yeah.
to RQ. Apparently, he practiced every day.
Oh, 'cause is he playing
He
it?
might have gone to nudge. Yeah, he's playing Cathedral
Cathedral.
as well as myself. The problem I've got is, like last week, it was just there were long days, delays, etc. So I didn't get any chance to hit any balls. Didn't take my clubs anyway because I knew I wasn't going to be able to. This week, I'm not going to get another chance as well. I hit a few balls at Long Island yesterday,
Bloody hell.
and I found a little something because I need to find
need
something
something, yeah.
very, very quickly. I'm relying on all of my old feels and what I'm thinking about. I'm going to have a great caddy in my bag, Simon Ritchie. I said,
Simon's- I
I
love
said,
Simon.
Simon, you need to be my Stevie Williams
Yes.
because I'm going to need all the help I get.
Give me a target.
And he
Simon.
made a comment of something like, "Don't worry, we're going to get this." I said, "Perfect. You're already acting like Stevie already. This is great." So
That's great.
I think I will be able to hit some balls Monday, the day before the tournament.
Jeez,
So
I hope you get time to play because I'd much rather
But,
use something that works on the golf course than works on the driving range.
But for everyone, if you want to see these players up close and personal, we've got a heck of a field. We've got Adam Scott, Mark Leishman is coming, Jeff Ogilvy, Lucas Herbert. You got Cassie Porter, Kirsten Rudgley. So Carl Phillips is playing, by the way.
Carl Phillips is
Carl
playing.
Phillips is playing.
Well, don't go any further because it's got to do with my Host Plus. That's a plus segment a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
Just sit
Well,
tight.
anyway, come and watch them on Wednesday. Tickets are still available on Ticketmaster. It is a bit of a drive out there,
Yeah.
but people will love it because you get to walk along with the stars.
Well, that was going to be my plus. So
Oh.
we might as well do it now, Dan.
Okay.
Did
might
I
as
just
well do
screw it
it
up
now.
for you?
Well,
there you go.
for Host Plus, what's
Okay.
going to be a plus if you get a ticket, which you can just go online and get a ticket. Just look it up. Google Cathedral Invitational.
Invitational.
Buy yourself a
Ticketmaster.
ticket.
Mhm.
All those players that you just mentioned, there won't be huge crowds. There'll be big crowds,
There'll
but
be-
not enormous.
Mhm.
But because they're not enormous, you can walk the fairways and you can literally be 20 feet from Adam Scott hitting a 3-iron to a par 5.
You could probably tell him what club to use if
You
you
could
like.
almost tell him.
People could tell me what
shape
club
it a
to
little bit
use.
left to right.
Yeah.
You could do whatever. But that is a plus, and it is just such a wonderful, wonderful way to watch golf at the highest level.
And if you feel like watching three old codgers like Peter O'Malley,
Yes.
Paul Gow, myself,
Yes.
we will probably be the first group out on the second day.
Get there early.
Get there early, and you can watch three short hitters trying to have a long driving comp.
Isn't that
There you go.
fabulous?
The other thing too is, I mean, lots of names there, but it's also really cheap too. It's like, well, the ticket's like $30.
$30
bucks.
or something like
It's
that.
nothing.
Yeah.
Get through the gates
Easy.
and have a great day.
Brilliant.
Before we get to the turn and before we get to your touch of class, rest in peace, Fuzzy Zeller.
Yes, I saw he passed, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
Age
right.
of 74, I think.
That's right. Beat Greg Norman waving the flag, the white towel when he thought Norman hold a birdie putt. That was actually to get up and down for par.
Well, the three
on
greatest,
the 72nd
the
hole.
three greatest pars you'll ever see, par saves on 16, 17 and 18 at Winged Foot, 1984
Greg
US Open. YouTube it.
Yeah.
Incredible. Fuzzy, as you say, waving. And then the next day,
Yeah, Greg
I think
did it.
Fuzzy shot 67 and Norman shot 75 in the playoff. And Greg reversed it. So
One of the other, now he had a bit of controversy with Tiger Woods, and he unfortunately gets remembered for that a little bit.
Yeah.
But something that he should be remembered for is the most unusual hole-in-one the world has ever seen.
oh, yes, I remember seeing this.
Just play this one,
yeah,
Dan.
do it.
So let's watch this along. There's his beautiful lackadaisical setup and that famous golf swing. Pulls it long and left and gets stuck in the rough. And we watch it. And we watch
Sits
it.
there. Mm-hmm.
And we watch it.
Yeah, it's no
Give it
good.
a
And
blow.
it's stuck. And
Oh, wait a minute.
wait a minute. It starts rolling down the hill. Look at that. Straight into the hole. Now, folks, if you're listening in the car, you've actually, it's worth getting on YouTube and having a look at this crazy hole-in-one. So Fuzzy Zeller, he was the last to hit, Nick.
Mm.
And he hit. He thought the ball stopped. He started walking. He was halfway up the hole when the ball went in. That's so unusual.
It's just unbelievable.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You're halfway, and all of a sudden
And then
you
it drops.
watch your own ball go in.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
He was also the last person to win the Masters on his first try.
Yeah, first and last.
1979.
Who'd he beat in the playoff?
He beat Tom Watson, I know, and I think
One
there
more.
was a Sneed.
Was it Ed Sneed?
I think it was Ed Sneed, yes. Apparently, at the start of the week, he got assigned a caddy,
Yeah.
a guy called Jerry Baird or
That's
someone
him.
like that. And Jerry said, "What the hell is a Fuzzy Zeller?" Because Fuzzy, funnily enough, is a play on his name, Frank Urban Zoeller Jr. and Fuzzy. And but Fuzzy said he led me around the golf course like a blind man.
Yeah, and he clubbed
showed
him.
me the whole way.
He clubbed him every hole, including the playoff. He let a caddy he'd never seen before say, "This is a 7-iron.
Incredible, isn't it?
This is a 3-iron. Hit 3-wood down here." He just did whatever the caddy told him,
Mm.
and he's the first and only player to win at the Masters in the first go.
Gene Sarazan did it.
That doesn't count.
But I think it might have been the first
It was
Masters.
the first ever Masters.
No, it does count.
Oh, it
Come
does
on.
count. Yeah, it does count.
All right.
All right, time for this week's BMW Touch of Class.
Driving a BMW is like hitting the perfect shot.
Well, that is pure magic.
I think we have two this week. You have one and I have one. Is that right?
Well, I was going to say Daniel Gale because he won a BMW that sponsored this program. So
Well,
I think
we
we've got to
probably
put that in
we
there.
got to do that.
We've got to put that in there.
Actually, that was a touch of class because I don't know how he did it. That was the hardest pin
Yeah.
on that green. I thought you hit it to 10 feet, you're going to win nearest the pin.
In fact, I think Ellie Whitaker, when the shot was being hit, said, "Can't get it close."
Yeah.
Or the words of those. The words of
I
the
said something like that earlier as well. So.
And he almost told him one later on the 17th.
I know.
Was it on the Sunday?
Might have
We had
been.
it at one.
might
Well,
have been
maybe
the
Sunday.
Sunday.
I was on the weekend.
Yeah, they
He
had,
almost had two.
yeah.
Let's have a
Anyway.
look at that now.
This is the BMW hole-in-one hole.
Would love to see that go off this weekend. Be hard pressed to find one today, though. The pin position over on the left, not far from there.
Go! Go! It's in! Daniel Gale.
Well, he drives away with a beautiful M5 Touring. Thank you very much. Almost $300,000 car from BMW.
So there's
But
my touch of class.
that's your touch of class. Mine is actually David Puig.
Oh.
And the 2 iron shots he hit on firstly on the 4th,
Yes.
par 3, back right pin. He had to little fade 7-iron. No one had got it back to that pin.
Try and cut this one into this back right pin.
Just soaring off a little 6-iron there, Nick, and this one is fading back beautifully. This looks amazing.
Oh. Well, you couldn't put it in a better spot.
The players who could fade the ball even couldn't do it. Like Mark Leishman, he overdid it, went in the bunker. Adam Scott, double cross.
Yep.
It was just an unbelievable shot. And then on the back nine on the 13th, this one's closed the door. I mean, he hit a beautiful drive around the corner. Don't want to get back to that pin, but he just took it on and away you go. So, and he hit it to 3 feet. Birdie, 4-shot lead.
Field we've had.
Puig, off it goes. And it's right by it. He is not letting up, David Puig.
Done. And then actually on the next hole as well, he hit this little soft flop shot from just off the right of 14. I thought he would putt it, but he chipped it and knocked it to 6 inches. So very impressive.
All right. Well, a little bit like not seeing his last shot into the 72nd hole, Nick. What happened there? Would have been nice.
Oh, you're going to go there, aren't you?
Sorry.
You're throwing.
Oh, dear.
We didn't see the chip and we didn't see the final shot, but that doesn't matter.
No, we saw the chip.
We saw the chip. We didn't see the chip in the show.
There, I'm not actually sure what happened there, but we knew it was middle of the green, and anyway, we got
the highlights were great.
It's all good.
The highlights were great.
You have really thrown Nick under the bus, haven't you?
Jeez.
Well, it's just, sometimes.
Is this payback for Nick mentioning the rakes at Kingston Heaths?
Maybe that is exactly what it is.
We did get the winning putt.
We need to take a break, and I need to get out of this room just for a tick. We'll be back on the 10th tee shortly.
I was hoping you weren't going to miss it.
Oh, God. How could you miss that?
From Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, this is Talk Birdie to Me. We're here for BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie to Me. The golf clearance outlet, they beat everyone's prices. Ping will help you play your best. And better, ahead of the game. Now for Titleist, the number one ball in golf, and FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Here's Nick and Mark.
Okay, time for this week's Top 5.
When the greats bet, they bet with better. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
The top 5 for better. When the greats bet, they bet with better.
Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Before we go into the top 5, maybe revisit our multi, which is available right now on the Australian Open. Mark, you want to run through it again?
Yes, I do. We want Rory McIlroy to have a fairy tale finish to the 2025 season, which we think is very possible. And we're going to have that into Mark Leishman to beat last week's winner at the BMW PGA Championship, David Puig, head-to-head. Into, this is the big one, Cameron Smith to make the cut at Royal Melbourne. And odds of $21 at Better. Just go to Better, push the specials button, and you'll see the Talk Birdie to Me special. You get $21. It's a $10 bet, and we are in front. As we did the maths last time, we were about $30 in front if you've been betting along with us.
Who would have thought we'd have Cam Smith making a cut as part of a multi?
Yeah, and we're kind of giggling about it. We never would have done that. But
amazing. Anyway,
we're only doing it.
It happens in this game. Trust me.
We're only doing this because we know he's a champion and he will bounce.
Indeed.
And this is the sort of golf course where he will bounce.
Probably get a top 10.
Probably win it. Who knows?
Probably.
Who knows? Time for your top 5.
Yes.
So what are we doing?
Well, given we saw Fuzzy Zeller's hole-in-one and how interesting it was, because that must be the longest hole-in-one.
Well, he was almost on the fringe.
Took 15 seconds.
He was almost on the fringe of the green.
Yeah, that's right.
When he saw the ball go in.
No. So anyway, these are my top 5 most interesting holes in one.
Ooh.
So a little bit of leeway for anything. There was an interesting one you mentioned to me a little while ago, so I thought I'd put this in as my number 5. Bernard Langer had a hole-in-one at the 12th hole at Huntingdale.
That's right.
In 1985. Went on to win the tournament.
Yes.
He got the gold jacket.
Yes. Holding one in the last round and then won the green jacket.
Won the green jacket.
But he credited...
Was that in 85 or 84 he won the Masters?
Whenever he won the Masters, must have been 84.
No, I mean our one.
No, it was 2 months beforehand.
Oh, right. 2 months.
So it was in February.
It was in 85.
And then in April, he won the green jacket. So he got 2 jackets in 2 months.
There you go.
I think he liked the green one better than the Goldie for obvious reasons. But he did credit the Australian Masters, the confidence he got that week for winning at Augusta.
There you go.
So
Very good.
It was a pretty big hole in one.
Number 4, same hole, funnily enough, the 12th at Huntingdale. Nathan Green.
Oh,
Can't remember which year this was, but he holed out and he won $500,000.
No one could believe it.
I remember being on the course, hearing this massive roar, and we've gone, someone's holed it.
Yeah.
Because everyone was talking about the $500,000.
Yeah, that's right.
And they said, it's Greenie. I said, which one? Richard or Nathan? Nathan Green.
That's right. And it was such a big prize. No one had ever, it was mid-90s.
It's unheard of.
It was unheard of. That
no, it was
$500,000.
I think it was early 2000s, I'm thinking.
Nathan Green. Tap Sports Bet. Remember, this is $500,000 Australian for a hole in one. So this looks pretty good. It's what a winning shot for him. Whether he takes the gold jacket or not, he's a big winner this week for Nathan Green. A hole in one.
Do you know who he was playing with? This is just a footnote. Michael Cocking from OCM was a pro at that stage and witnessed it. So Michael Cocking was in the group.
Redoing the golf course at the moment. All right. That's my number 4. Number 3, I played this tournament and I unfortunately missed the cut, so I was watching from my hotel room in Atlanta. It was the PGA Championship at the Atlanta Athletic Club back in 2001. David Toms holed a 5-wood on the 15th hole from about 240, 250 yards.
5-wood.
5-wood. And I think he was playing with Shingo Kadayama. You remember him?
I do remember.
With the cowboy hat?
He wore the cowboy hat and he had the rim on the cowboy hat up because he had a very round face and he thought that the cowboy hat with the rim up would elongate his
there
scone,
you go.
which it didn't. He
no,
still had a fat little face.
Anyway, it was an amazing shot because it took a couple of hops and smashed into the flag and dropped. And,
hit middle stump, didn't it?
That's a 5-wood, high in the air and straight at the flagstick.
Good looking shot.
Sit on it.
And he went on to win the following day against Phil Mickelson after laying up on the final hole. The courage it took to lay up.
The layup was huge.
Did a great wedge shot into about 10 feet, rolled it in, and that was before Phil had won his first major at that time as well. So it was big. It was big. My number 2 possibly has the biggest roar in golf. Tiger Woods at Phoenix. The 16th hole.
Loudest noise ever heard on the golf course.
Do you remember? It was before they had all the grandstands up too.
It was still big.
It was huge. And he walked off the tee, giving it the big pump up the crowd, the whole thing.
And then he got showered in beer cups and beer, like thousands of beer cups were thrown.
And they brought that tradition back.
Into the arena. Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
It was just a cut 9-iron. I just tried to hold off a 9-iron. I remember Omar had already hit one in there to about 3 feet. So the place was already going nuts.
I hit a really good shot to about 2.5 feet just behind the hole on the right side.
It's a nice, comfortable 9-iron for him. Should be just a nice, comfortable 9-iron for him.
Unfortunately, I made the mistake of thinking to myself, let's see you hit it closer than that.
I knew it was going to be right around pin high. I saw it take a couple hops.
Oh! It went in!
And then the place went nuts up there, and then it quickly, almost like electrically, went up to the tee box, and then we all went nuts.
It looks like a ticker tape parade.
Raise the roof. That's like the 90s dance move, you know, just a little, you know, raise the roof.
The old raise the roof, it was a very cool thing to do back then.
25 years ago, raise the roof was in. So it was in. It was the in move to do. He'd look at it, walked off the tee box. I ended up raising the roof. Yeah, so it was the in thing.
I don't think he needed to. I think they were maxed out on noise there. I've heard crazy stories like it shook the clubhouse, which was like 600 yards away.
How hard he's swinging his high fives, beach balls. How amazing it would be if he came back and he did that again.
I almost broke Fluff's hand. I almost broke Omar's hand, and Rusty ended up hugging me because I ended up missing his hand. He put his arm around me because he didn't want me to crush his hand. So I was going nuts. The place was going nuts. We were all having a good time.
Crazy.
It was amazing.
However, my number one most interesting hole-in-one was because the person who had the hole-in-one thought he'd won a car, but oh no! It's my compadre here, Mark Allen. What was it, the 14th hole at Kooyonga at the Ford Open?
If you show the footage, it's the saddest face of a person having a hole-in-one walking off the green in the history of hole-in-ones.
Well, maybe this should be my saddest hole-in-one ever.
Well, see, it was the Ford Open, and Ford, so cheap, they only had the car for Saturday and Sunday. After at the start of the week, it was Thursday through Sunday. BMW would never do that, folks. Not in a million years. They are Thursday through Sunday organisation.
Well, funny you should say that, because they were, I think in the pre-round notes, it might have had it only for the weekend that Daniel Gale won his hole-in-one, but then it changed because BMW said, no. This is all 4 days. And guess what? I think he had it on the Thursday.
That's
he had
right.
it on Thursday, and he walks away with the car.
That's right. What did I get?
The honour on the next tee.
I got the honour on the next tee. That's all I got. That's all I won.
But hey, you're my number one.
Didn't even give me a bottle of something at the end of the week.
What do you do?
0.
At the first of the par threes on the back nine. He struck it beautifully. The result wasn't too bad either. A couple of hops and in she goes.
Well, I'm sure they've got Ford Motor Company and Coca-Cola a little bit nervous that we've had 3 holes in one in the first 2 days, and the prizes go up on the weekend. But I suppose that's what they're there for. If you put up holes in one prize.
Mark, can you please tell the story about what happened in your hotel room that night at about 10:30 when you were watching television?
Well, when I was on the tee, all I was concerned about was making the cut. I was on the cut line.
Yeah.
And the pin was way left. So I'm going way right. Way right. I didn't care if it was in the right-hand trap, so I just flick it to 2 feet and tap it in. Who cares?
And your bad shot is a pull?
That's right. My bad shot's a pull. That's right. So I was saying so far right. There's a big left to right wind, and halfway down, I know it's going so far left, right?
You're hanging on for dear
I'm
life.
hanging on for dear life. I'm going, wah! All right? And I looked up, and I was going straight at the pin with a draw, and the draw against the wind held it. 1 bounce in. I'm thinking, beauty, I'm going to make the cut. First thoughts. Then I thought, hang on, I've won the car, right? So I'm cheering, I'm jumping up and down. I go up, I am kissing the car.
Did you do a Rich Beam where you sat on it? Remember that?
It was up, but, I was kissing it, and I was, my hands like a steering wheel, steering the car. And then as things quietened down, this one bloke from the crowd yelled out, "Hey, dickhead, it's Saturday, Sunday only."
Oh, no.
And I looked back up there, right? I looked back up there, and they had crossed out the Thursday and just put Saturday. Anyway, so I was disappointed. Anyway, but I'd made the cut. So that night, go out, and I'm having my steak dinner, celebrate, get out, get some energy for tomorrow, and trying to make some money. Anyway, I come home, and I'm watching Channel 10 Sports Tonight.
Yep.
Who was the host?
Tim Webster.
Tim Webster.
Yes, I remember Tim Webster.
Tim Webster. What a show. It was the first ever sports show. So I'm watching it. I used to watch it all the time. And they had this thing called Play of the Day, right? That was their last segment. Yeah. So I'm waiting for the Play of the Day, and it came on, and they showed the whole thing. They showed the hole-in-one. They showed me kissing the car. They showed my face when the bloke yelled out and said that I'd missed. And then they finished all that, and they went back to Tim Webster, and Tim Webster was just looking down the barrel, and he just said, "Oh, no." Oh, my God. Anyway, funny story.
A couple of years ago, Marco, you and your great mate, the Ox, had a chat to Tim Webster about it. Let's have a quick listen to how Tim Webster described it.
God, it's got to be, 25 years ago?
1999.
1999, yeah.
Oh, God.
Incredible.
Oh, my God.
But the way you set it up, Tim, I couldn't believe you had the ability to do what you did, because you couldn't hear the guy in the crowd say, "Hey, dickhead, it's Saturday, Sunday only." But the way it was narrated, and then when you came back and looked down the barrel and just said, "Oh, no," if I could just hear that one more, if I could just hear you say, "Oh, no," one more time.
Oh, no.
That's That's it. That's exactly it.
You know who I've got to thank for that? My producer at the time was a pretty good golfer. He plays off about 4 or 5.
Right.
John Underwood found all of that. And we, honestly, mate, we really felt for you. But what's I can't remember what sort of Ford you were going to get. Was it a Falcon or what was it?
Yeah, it was a Ford Falcon.
Was it?
It was a Falcon. Yeah.
Tim, you did the show for so long. Is that the biggest letdown you've ever seen?
Leave me alone.
Well, it's got to be pretty close. I mean, what was one of those would have been worth what back then? 20 grand.
20K.
Maybe not.
It's a life changer. It's a life changer from the kid from Oakley.
Yeah, and the Ford Open, you know what they gave me in the end, Tim?
What do you mean?
What?
Absolutely nothing. not a thing.
Didn't even get a weekend rental.
Didn't even get a use of a Ford for a weekend.
Ford keyring?
How good was Tim Webster to do that?
Oh, so good.
That was so funny.
So good. So good.
Anyway, time to move on. What's next? What
Feedback.
are we doing? Oh, feedback.
Yes,
Over to you.
All right.
Talk Birdie feedback. Thanks to Southern Golf Club.
All right, plenty of feedback over the last week or so. No feedback yet on you having a fight with listeners, by the way, Mark, but you do need to calm down a little bit, I think, sometimes.
No, that wouldn't be me. If you want me not to be genuine, then I'm not going to do that. I'm fighting.
Okay. All right. This is from Irvine. Irvine has said, Minjee has had such a stellar year. What a well-deserved win in the Greg Norman medal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any other year, Grace Kim wins it for winning the major. I mean, it's so easy to forget that Grace Kim didn't win a major. But, you know, remember what she did in the last few holes too, Grace Kim? I think it was like 2 putts in the last 4 or something crazy.
She might have been, who's she
One
playing
putt of
against?
the last 5 greens or something.
I think it was Gino Tidical, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And
so a superstar.
She was
game.
walking off 18. I got a 2-shot lead here. Happy days.
It's all me.
And Grace eagles the last and then holds a chip shot. And it's
but with Minjee having a major season plus all the other wins and number 3 in the world, blah, 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 blah.
So good.
It had to be her.
No, sure, well deserved. Message here from Josh. This one's about Cam, who's in our multi this week. G'day, Nick and Mark. I was watching Cam Smith on Friday at the Oz PGA, and it was alarming to see how far his game has dropped off. He was very close to the number 1 player in the world 4 years ago, but now he's a shell of a player. Even his amazing short game has dropped away significantly. A good example, the 4 or 5 foot putt, I think on the 15th on Friday, he spent a huge amount of time lining it up. I hate aim point, and spent at least 30 seconds with the putter behind the ball before making the stroke, which he pulled straight off the face and missed. Nick, you were commentating when that happened, and I would love your opinion on where Cam is with his golf. It can't all be down to live. So what's going on?
Well, there's been some, family stuff as well. I think he had a child.
He had a child.
That's a big part of it.
He's not the first PGA professional to have a kid, though.
True. We all lose our game at some stage.
Yes,
that's true. I know I've missed 6 cuts in a row. Fortunately, I didn't.
6?
Fortunately, I made my 7th one.
Try 14 cuts in a row.
Yeah, no, exactly. But, reading, I guess, some of the press that he was doing throughout the week, one of his things was he said, I have to get back to being cruisy on the golf course because he's getting a bit too frustrated and worked up about bad shots, which happens when you're not playing well. We saw that Friday. He went back into that mold. Thursday, he did it really well. And Thursday, it's funny, when you're missing cuts, Thursdays, even if you get off to a bad start, you think, right, I can still do this. Fridays, if you get off to a bad start, then you just see the emotions start coming out. Now, his short game saved him on Thursday. He had 26 putts and he shot 2 under.
Yeah.
So that saved him.
Well, at one point, he was at 3 under par. At one point, so he shot 2 under and then he birdied one early on
I think he birdied the first hole. Yeah.
Birdied it early to get the 3 under par.
But then after that, I saw him hit some chip shots and some putts that I've never seen him hit before. I mean, it was a bit clunky. He wasn't spinning the ball and that's what he's been working really hard on. So his golf swing, it's always been a bit across the line at the top. Maybe it's getting a bit more across the line. I'm sure he's doing some good work there with Grant Field. It's hard to know without actually talking to him.
Yeah.
And you had an interesting stat somewhere about the live players and strokes gained and the data golf that you were going to share a little earlier, but we forgot to do it.
Yeah, well, let's do it now.
And
so a lot of people bash us for talking about live, but when you look at the raw numbers, and Dan's about to put it on the screen, there's only been 1 or 2 players, maybe 3 players.
I think there's 4 or 5.
4 or 5 players, thank you,
that have
who have improved since going to live. There it is there. Now, it's hard to read the detail, but look, they are the figures, and they don't go off world rankings. They go off
The data golf
The
rankings.
data golf
which is kind
rankings.
of what everyone's going off now.
Yeah, it's not a bad way of doing things, actually.
Yeah.
So the data golf rankings, and it clearly shows that a lot of the players have fallen away. Now,
The ones who have
It's-
done well are Rahm, I
Yeah.
think, Bryson,
Yeah.
Puig, funnily
Yeah.
enough.
but it's
Tom
very-
McKibben.
It's a lot of those players who went to live were, you know,
In the second half of
in
their
the second
career.
half of their
Yeah.
career
Yeah.
as well. So, you know, players like Stenson and Westwood and Poulter, they were on the wrong side of the bell curve in the first place. So their golf was heading in that direction. Some of the younger players who joined, that's of interest, but I imagine, you know, they're just not playing the golf that they used to play, which was, you know, maybe they're having, instead of a 30 tournament season or a 35 tournament season, maybe they're just having a 20 tournament season. I mean, I haven't looked that closely at the numbers, but look, the numbers say that only a handful of players have improved after going to live.
And there's no one cheering harder for Cam than us. I mean,
No one.
I really want him to. Again, when he first went to live, I was a little surprised because I thought he just won the Open. He has the chance to become the greatest Australian golfer
He's
ever.
number 2 in the world.
Number 2 in the world. And then, but, you know, and again, talking to different people who are playing live, they say it's as competitive as ever out there.
Yep.
They're working really hard, and it's hard to put to put your finger on it, put it that way.
From Phil, hey, Nick and Mark, why don't we get the morning sessions on the Australian golf tournaments?
You might this
The
week.
funny you should say that
Yes.
because this Thursday morning, I'm doing a 10-hour shift, and all the TV commentary we're doing Rory McIlroy from 7 to 12
Can
on
you
air.
say who's in the group, or is that not, it's not
I actually don't.
embargoed, but you'd have.
I
you'd
actually
have-
don't know. I haven't even looked it up.
I think I know, but I'm
You
not
know?
going to. I'm not
Oh,
going to
okay.
say it yet.
I actually can't remember, or I don't know. But we are showing Rory Thursday morning for round 1 because, hey, he's Rory McIlroy. And,
Yeah, that's right.
And we've got to
So
show
you
him.
should. So
And
you
then Friday afternoon, we're doing the usual coverage. But the Thursday, Friday morning, for example, well, I think that was the question from Phil. We don't need to see, you know, all that much golf. I think the afternoon rounds are probably best. I mean, it's really for the golf nuts. 5 hours, I think, of golf is enough. 10 hours is a lot. Now, the thing about the Masters and the app they use, you can watch every golf shot of every player. I mean, that would be a great spot to be in, but it is the Masters. This is the Australian Open. Hey, I wish we had the budget to do that sort of thing, but it just doesn't quite work out that way.
Yep, no, fair enough too.
Yep.
This is a comment with a question which you've already answered, but I'll put it here because I think it's a nice comment. This comes from Pat in the US. Love hearing Nick commentating the Aussie PGA. Are you commentating the Open as well? The answer is obviously
yes. There we go. Sorry, I thought you were about to say it.
No.
But thank you, perhaps, for the kind words.
Okay.
Just before you go, this week, it's very important that Gowie and Ewan Porter get to set up these shots into the Royal Melbourne firm greens. They've got to please,
Well, this
Mod,
is
give them every opportunity to set some shots up, for goodness sakes, because it's a big part of Royal Melbourne.
Well, this is the masterpiece, Royal Melbourne, as well. It's like a giant chess match playing this golf course.
Yeah,
it's
they're
brilliant.
giving those boys on the fairways time to set up shots, what is possible, what is not possible. They're very good at setting those things up, and they need that opportunity so people, get the most out of the coverage.
we had a mini last week on whether carts have. You guys right there, little.
Well, I've just got him into trouble. But believe me, Mod, he hasn't told me. This is me doing it.
You're going rogue.
I could have gone much worse.
You know what you are, Mark? You're a menace. The man's a menace. Okay. Late last week, we did a mini on carts and whether they have destroyed golf courses.
Oh, yeah.
And we had so much feedback on that.
Really?
So this one here comes from David. Carts are a major source of income for clubs. They're never going away, I'm sure, but you make some very good points.
Yeah.
Vic has said, I always use a golf cart at my club unless I'm away, which doesn't happen too often. My thoughts are a game of golf ruins a good walk, but that's just me. You guys are finely tuned athletes, but we're not all the same.
Hey, I'm going to Noosa next week, and I'm playing Noosa Springs with our very good friend Sam Colosimo from
nice.
The Golf Clearance Outlet. We're playing on Friday morning. We've got a cart.
There you go.
Absolutely, we're playing with a cart.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
You can do it. Golf's great. Doesn't matter how you do it. Golf's great fun.
I've got a cart round 1 at Cathedral. Round 2, I think I got to walk. So we walked the second
Who's the
day.
caddy again?
Simon. So
Yeah, good on you, Simon.
I've got the light bag for him. Don't worry. So
All right.
I might have to put in a full set though.
Yeah.
So.
So David's got a comment here. David doesn't have a problem with buggies. David has said, Lazy-ass mofos who don't repair divots have done more damage to courses than any buggy ever has.
So where are you? Are you a sand in the divot guy or replace the divot?
No, I'm a sand in the divot guy.
Yeah, me too.
You don't want to replace it.
I think
the grass is just going to die.
And then also
you
the
gotta kick
mower
it out
goes
anyway.
straight over it the next day and flips it out. So the sand, you got the sand is very good. I know at our golf club, and a lot of golf clubs, they have divot day. So normally, right before or once spring is here and the grass is now growing, a lot of golf clubs right around the country will have a divot day, and they just go and put sand in it, and before you know it, with the new growth, the fairways are looking magnificent straight away.
Now, you had a fantastic masterclass last week, Nick, with Ian Baker-Finch.
Oh, yes.
It was good.
Finchy was great.
It was so good.
Brilliant.
Matt has said, my wife and I met Finchy at the recent Ford New South Wales Open. He was mentoring young pros at the first tee. We approached him for an autograph and he obliged. A true gentleman.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you couldn't meet a nicer guy.
He's almost so
He's
nice.
so nice
You want to belt him.
Yeah.
That's how nice he is.
Peter has said, I like that clock face idea. I reckon it would focus your brain even more.
Well, you're just seeing that ball roll in the right part of the hole because then you work back from there and it teaches you how to read putts at the same time.
I love that. What I took out of Finchy's masterclass was here's a guy who holed everything, but he wasn't necessarily trying to hold everything. You know, I know I've done a masterclass before where I just plonk the putter face down, and I know when I'm plonking, I'm a much better putter than when I'm trying my very best to get it exact. And I just felt like that was Finchy's subtle philosophy there as well, to where he's just trying to roll them close.
Yeah.
They fall, they fall. And it's if you've got your stroke and your technique in good order, so if you've got your technique in really good order with the Finchy mindset of just roll them close, they fall much more than you think.
Indeed.
Comment here from Marcus. I remember watching Ian Baker-Finch once putting before his round. I think it might have been at Metro, and there was a tiny little rectangular green either side of the clubhouse entrance. He had one of the old ping answers, and I've never seen a smoother stroke. It was slow to the point of being languid and was amazing to watch. I must have stood there captivated for a while until it got a bit embarrassing to hang around any longer. Mastery and control, I never, ever have seen a better rhythm than him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah, he made it look easy.
Nothing's changed either.
Nothing's changed. Yeah, it was good.
Yep.
Comment here from Tom in the US in Arizona, who we've spoken to before about the Arizona courses. He did that list for us, you might recall. Tom is writing in about the old course comments that we had from Wolfpacker Roger a few days ago. Hey guys, I'm afraid Wolfpacker Roger may have spent too much time at the party hole in Queensland at the BMW PGA. Old course, no drama. How about you replay Lydia Ko's 3-wood on the road hole to win the 2024 Women's Open? If wind is down, sure, it's easy for everyone. But I applaud the RNA for not trying to manage the winning score to par like the USGA does. They only make fools of themselves. The worst course on the open rota by far is Royal Liverpool. Flat greens, internal OB, and a new par 3 17th that is so out of place, even the members skip it and mark a triple down.
Royal Liverpool, so that's where Tiger Woods won. And he won driver for the week or something?
Hoylake,
yeah. So I hate internal out of bounds. I'm not a big fan of that. If you don't know what an internal out of bounds is, you've got the fence, and then sometimes there'll be a shortcut. You know, you might, I don't know, let's say it's 14. There might be a shortcut if you go left of the 14th fairway down the 6th hole or something. There's a big shortcut and they put internal out of bounds in. I hate it.
Sometimes it can be the driving range if the range is in the middle of the course, things like that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have it. Shouldn't have it. Just turn it into something else.
Tom goes on to finish by saying the Open at Royal Melbourne this week will be a ripper. Tournament of the year for me. Cheers, Tom.
I agree.
Well, there's just so much fascination with Royal Melbourne.
34 years.
Yeah,
since it's been there.
There's so much, so many people. It's one of those courses in the Northern Hemisphere where everyone knows about it, but the trip down here they don't all take. You know, they don't make the trip. So they've seen it in President's Cups of late, but they haven't seen a 4-rounder here, and it's just it's just different to see how they score around this golf course. It's only 7,100 yards long, Nick. It's got 3 very drivable par 4s.
Reachable par 5s.
It's got two. I think it's only two. I think the second's a par 4 this week. So they've got just two par 5s, both reachable. But the greens are so hard. If you're watching in the US of A, they're cricket pitches. I know you don't know what a cricket pitch is, so just think they're like a bowling lane. They're just rock hard greens.
Well, hopefully the rain we've had doesn't soften them up too much.
Yeah,
they could be firmer, but they'll still be unbelievable.
They'll still be good.
All right, that's the feedback, guys. Now time for the Ping Globals, because Ping will help you play your best.
We've done our internal review. I wonder how that music will go.
What do you mean internal? Oh, you mean the? Do you mean the research study we did?
Yes.
Yes, we did. We did do a research study. We asked Wolfpackers of their views on the podcast, what they like and what they don't like.
Did you ask about the music for the Ping Globe?
No, we didn't. But no, we didn't.
Okay.
If you'd have,
I'll be interested.
If you had have come to the party when you should have, well, anyway. All right, Ping Global results this week. I'm just going to start off. Apparently, Keegan Bradley won the Skins game. Didn't watch it.
Didn't even know it was on.
Didn't know it was on. Yep. I did see a highlight of Lee Trevino having a hole-in-one. Yeah. That should have made my hole-in-one list, actually.
Well, make it your number 6.
Number 6, there you go.
I was wondering why, it's funny, I was wondering why they kept on showing all these highlights of Skins game in the past.
That's what it was.
I didn't even know the Skins game was on.
There you go.
Did you see that score in the Skins game, that amazingly low score?
Well, yeah, it was the boys playing a par 3 golf course. I saw that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I saw it. But still, par 27 on a par 3 course, and this fella had 18 for 9 holes.
What?
He had 7 birdies in the hole-in-one. Oh. So you can see the lengths. Some of the lengths, some of them are 150 yards, 125 metres. Some of them are below 100 metres. But still, I think shooting 9 under for 9 holes on a par 3 course is much harder than shooting 9 under on a real course, because you don't have the par 5s you can knock on in 2 and just 2-putt for birdie. A lot of it's fair dinkum.
He still would have lost to Donald Trump and
would have lost to
and the other guy.
And Donald Trump.
Yeah, what did Trump play? He claimed to be, was it scratch or
+3?
I think
you're saying he's a +3. Yeah,
seriously,
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm off 1.
We'll get off.
Donald Trump's off +3.
We'll get onto the serious stuff. It's comical. I just realised he's got me too. I think I'm +2 or 3. I don't know.
He's got you too.
I should be off a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Australian PGA, as we know, David Puig only had 2 bogeys for the week. He had 3 bogey-free rounds.
It's pretty flash.
That's pretty impressive.
It's pretty flash.
He becomes the second Spanish winner. Seve 1981 was the last time it was done.
And by the way, of all the courses I think we play, I think Royal Queensland, it looked to me from a long way away, there's probably the hardest course to get up and downs all the time.
Yeah, those greens are
and a lot
upside
of the ball,
down.
The ball would roll into a bunker quite often and end up on the downslope with no backswing. That happened a lot.
It did, yeah.
So to only have 2 bogeys for an entire week on a golf course that has small greens and it's difficult to get up and down and the Queensland grain and blah, 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 it's a mighty effort.
Yeah, it certainly is. Wen Yiding was second. It was good to see him playing well. Look out for him at Royal Melbourne this week.
Is he the most conservative young golfer in the history of the game?
I think you could be right. Yeah, he's only 21.
But I've never seen him go at a flag, it seems. He hits all these shots, even chips.
Oh, at 17, he almost one-hopped it in.
Well, that was in the middle of the game,
Anyway. Mark Leishman and Nick Vogt were tied for 3rd in the end. On the Asian Tour, we had the Bharat Classic in India, where Thailand's Pusat Supramai
good work.
Got that one out. Hold a 10-foot birdie putt to win by 1 shot from Korean Woo Young Cho for his maiden win on the Asian Tour. So well done to Pusat. A great win for him there. Todd Sinnott was the lone Aussie playing, tied for 61st. Ladies European Tour, we had a couple of good Aussie results here. Kirsten Rudgley was solo 2nd.
Wow.
And Kelsey Bennett was 3rd.
I didn't know K-Rudge had a 2nd place. That's fabulous.
It was the Costa del Sol Open d'Espana, their final event of the season. So a big one for them.
Terrific.
And the French woman Nastasia Nadeau shot a final round 66 for a 4-shot season-ending win. So well done to her. And Shannon Tan, the Singaporean, won the Order of Merit. Yeah. So well done over England's Mimi Rhodes. The Aussies and Kiwis were about 13th to 40th, something like that on the order of merit. So it was really good. And Kirsten's coming back to play Cathedral. So I'm looking forward to catching up with my fellow Mount Lawley member.
Gee, that's a
Can't
big
wait.
trip to get to Cathedral. Good on her.
Absolutely.
Well, look after a David Evans. That's a big trip.
Indeed. Legends Tour, they're in Cambodia, which is the European Seniors, where South Africa's Darren Fickart had a one-shot win over Scott Hend, who just keeps playing, keeps playing really well.
He's a
he
performer.
birdied 15, 16 and 17, Fickart, to get the win. So well done to Darren. He's won on every tour he's played, apparently. So well done.
Jeez.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Hasn't played on the PGA Tour, so I don't think he's won over there. But
The only other one I know, the brick with eyes, what was his name?
Brick with the footballer?
Yeah.
Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Gosh.
He won a premiership at every club that he played
Really?
for.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's, I
Impressive.
don't know how I got the brick with eyes into a golf podcast, but
no.
Glenn, g'day. How are you? I hope you're well.
More locally on the WPGA here, Hannah Reeves won her third consecutive New South Wales Open Regional Qualifying Tournament. Very impressive. There was an event in Dubbo where she won a playoff from Justice Bozio, and in third spot was Danny Vasquez-Boyd. So Danny and Justice get the spots in the New South Wales Open coming up, because Hannah Reeves, obviously, she's already fully exempt into that because she's won 3 times in a row. So that was the last one there. And BMW Australian PGA last week. This week it's the Crown Australian Open. 2 massive weeks in golf. Can't wait.
Righto. Masterclass. Mark, your turn this week. What are we doing?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't put much thought into this, but this is
I can tell. You never do.
This is a very important masterclass.
This could be the laziest masterclass I've seen.
Well, look, to be honest, because Finchy did last week, I still thought you would be doing this week. So,
hang on. So when you say you haven't put much thought in,
no,
is that,
I put no
is
thought
that
into
zero
it.
thought?
No thought.
Right.
Into it at all.
Nada.
But it is Christmas and it is summer down here in Australia.
Apparently.
And apparently. If you're living in Victoria and Tasmania, we apologise. Summer will come at some stage. But everybody, all these amateurs that I play with, all right, they're using lob wedges and 56 degrees that are 5 years old. And they get angry when they don't spin the ball, Nick. Now, once upon a time, when we all used to use a balata ball, you could put spin on a balata using a spoon. A spoon. You could actually get some spin on it.
Yeah.
With today's ball, it's genius. What Titleists have been able to do with the Pro V1 and the Pro V1X, they have developed a ball that does not spin with drivers and long irons, but does spin when you've got your lob wedges and sand irons and then pitching wedges. But you do need sharp grooves. So I know not everybody has the ability to go and get, a new set of wedges every year. But if you're using wedges that are 3 years old, let's say they're 100 rounds old, or they're 200 rounds, or God forbid, they're 300 rounds old, with the new ball, you're just not going to fizz it. It's as simple as that. So I did say Christmas was upon us, and I know this, at the golf clearance outlet at every single state that we have in this country, including Tassie, maybe not Tassie.
Not Tassie.
Well, Tassie, just get on golfclearanceoutlet.com.au. Just get yourself some new wedges. Get some sharp grooves, and then when you've got your Pro V1X, which is the ball that you and I use with the red number, the difference that you will get as far as control around the greens, I promise you'll save shots. If you're using sand irons that are 5 years old, or like I said before, over 300 rounds old, you're pushing you-know-what uphill if you want that ball to spin.
And you know what you're doing then? Because it's Christmas, right?
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to use those clubs, you head to nickohern.com, look up Play Your Best Golf, and away you go.
Can I know it's late in the year, but
you're flogging something too?
No, I'm not. No. I want to be clear here. Your masterclass today, Mark, is on shopping.
That's right.
It's not on anything about golf technique or getting better. It's on shopping and
at least
buy
mine
stuff.
was on technique.
It's on do yourself a favour and stop pushing you-know-what uphill. If your sand irons are 300 rounds old, you're not going to spin the new ball.
You ever heard that famous Happy Days story?
Which one? Jumping the shark?
Jumping the shark?
Yes.
I suspect this podcast may have just jumped the shark.
Well, at least the masterclass. But it's a serious one then. You won't. You won't. And while I'm thinking about it, I might just go upstairs and order myself
Oh, don't it, do not even. Go, get it. No, we're going. That's the show.
I
We're
need a
done.
new 60 and I need a new 54.
Stop talking.
Bet
All
the
right.
55.
I'm
If
going
you
to
can
turn your mic
organise
off.
that, Cameron, that'd be great. And with the black S200 shaft.
Mic's off, Mark.
Oh, my gosh.
Your mic's off.
Thank
Gone.
you.
Mic's
See
off.
you next week.
Done.
Oh, hey, folks, hit them well.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Talk Birdie to Me with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen. Live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. Titleist, the #1 ball in golf. FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. The Golf Clearance Outlet, they beat everyone's prices. BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Better, ahead of the game. Ping will help you play your best. And Host Plus, they can help you drive your retirement further. Now that's a plus. Issued by Host Plus Pty Limited. This is general advice. Consider the PDS and TMD on our website before deciding. Wherever you listen or watch, we'd love you to subscribe and share the pod with a friend. Talk Birdie to Me's executive producer is Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media. Sound design by Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com. And now from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, that's been Talk Birdie to Me.